it's me, but there's a voice saying back to me, you're gonna die. Customers don't care if you nearly died. Okay?
They don't.
Customers don't give a heck
They don't.
if you're hanging by a thread. They said, where's my bikini? Where's my dress? The toxicology report came back, methamphetamines. And it was in Spanish, so methamphetamina. I'm thinking, that's gotta be methamphetamines. I said, damn, what they put in my drink? Never, ever, ever, ever in your life think about giving up. Even if you are in the bottom of bottom, there is a light. And I am actual living proof of that because my mental has soared.
Like, you're actually that girl. Welcome. This is the Paula Oyinko Show, where our mission is to inspire women like you to become the best version of yourself at every stage of life. Today, I'm really excited because I'm joined by none other than Yasmina Ossai, the founder of Mina Novski, beauty queen, banter queen. What more can I say? All round cool girl. But before we get into who you are, Yasmina, I'm going to get you to just pick a card.
Okay.
Any card.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the glass ceiling and how to break it?
Oh.
Oh, God. That's a very simple answer. Because I feel like, yeah, like with there being a glass ceiling, you're automatically saying to yourself that you don't have faith in God. And you don't have faith in the fact that he will break that ceiling for you. So, yeah, and it's very, very delusional of me.
That.
But, yeah, God.
Sometimes Delulu really is the Salulu,
It
though.
is,
you
and that's how
know.
everyone that I know is so successful because of the grand delusions. Like I feel like it's the only way that you're gonna really, really feel success, and that's in every single part of your life. So yeah,
No, I agree with that.
and God.
I like that.
Cool.
Can't go wrong with God, can you?
Never.
So, in your own words, who's Yasmina? Who the heck are you?
Oh my gosh, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I am. My friends will my friends call me an eclectic soul. I am. Oh gosh. Wow, what a deep question. Oh my days. I am a woman of many. I'm a multifaceted woman. Who is Yasmina? I'd say Yasmina is very caring. Yasmina is. I feel like I'm a bright soul. I feel like my aim in life is to light up rooms,
Oh,
and
that is
I
so
really try to.
beautiful.
Yeah. Just because you never know the kind of day that people are having. Like I said, but I really like making people laugh.
Yeah.
Like that is just a thing to me. So I'm like, yeah, I like.
That's why you're banter queen.
You know,
A bit of banter over
look at
it.
the laugh. But yeah, and I think that's like the main. That's who I am.
I love that you said that you want to light up a room when you go into it.
Of course.
What do you feel like you just go in and you be yourself and that's how you light up the room? Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, like I try to say hello to everybody, and I guess appreciate the fact that like the UK is depressing. So any little bit of light in someone's life, it's I'm sure people appreciate it. And like it's not even a thing that it makes me feel good. No, like I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
And myself just happens to, puts a smile on my face. If it puts a smile on your face, then yoy.
Yeah.
We've hit a jackpot.
Yeah, that's all you can do, honestly. Like, be yourself. And you were talking earlier about like how you're building out your personal brand and you're just trying to kind of be yourself in the beauty industry. Give us a little bit sprinkle.
Bit out.
Yeah, go on.
So I would say that I have kind of like I've been working to break the beauty industry because I don't know. I think the beauty industry is fab.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there just needs to be more diversity in terms of like the personalities that are in beauty. And I feel like the way that I can carve out my own lane is to also have another what's the words? Just have another angle to myself, or like just have a bit more depth. That's not to say the beauty creators don't have depth. Okay? Before you move. But like, I feel like I'm also a clown.
Yeah.
Like I love laughing. And I'm not a clown, but like I love being funny. I love doing like fun things. I love chatting rubbish, and yeah, so I feel like I've managed to break it a little bit because like I'm getting PR and I don't
Oh,
even
I
have that
love
many
that.
followers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's because there's a different angle,
Mm.
and I'm really trying to hone in on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I feel like, I guess you're showing that you're more than just a pretty face.
exactly that. And I've
Yeah.
been saying that to people for years. And I'm like,
Mm.
I'm actually more than a pretty
Yeah.
face.
Like there's some depth,
Like,
you know?
I'm educated. Yeah. I don't just do beauty, like fashion, like people. Do you know what funny? Someone said to me the other day, it was an anonymous, it was anonymous,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, like we really want to see how smart you are," and I
Mhm.
was like,
What does that mean?
"What does that actually mean?" Because they were like, "Yeah, you should talk about your corporate job because people don't know how smart you are,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm kind of glad people don't need to know how smart I am
Mm.
because I can use it to my advantage. If people think I'm just this dumb pretty babe, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have degrees. I've got a background in law. I went to law school. I work in tax. Like I use my brain every day.
Mhm.
So if I want to switch off on TikTok,
Yeah.
Instagram,
And so be
Twitter,
it.
like let me be. I don't want to talk about
Mhm.
political and and all of that stuff. I don't always want to talk about it because
Mm.
it's like it's essentially the bane of my life outside of social media. So why would I then bring it in? But yeah,
Social media is like your escape.
it is. But it's also it's my yeah. No, it is. It's for sure my escape. I love it in
Mm.
there.
I studied law as well, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, did I know? Law girl.
I hated it.
Did you? You didn't enjoy
As
it?
in like my undergraduate degree, no.
Where
But
did
the
you study?
LPC, I went to Leicester University.
Oh, okay. I went
Yeah.
NTU.
Did you?
I
Oh,
did,
Midlands
yeah.
girls. Midlands.
I honestly, I'm such an advocate from NTU uni. I loved
Really?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's
But why
good.
didn't you like it? You liked your LPC better?
Yeah, much better. I think it was because the LPC is a lot more practical.
Okay.
The law undergraduate. So I'm of the opinion that I think 18 is way too young to go to university. You don't even know your head to your toes
Mm-hmm.
at 18, let alone choosing a degree, which is nearly 30 grand. I'm sure it's like 40 grand now anyway.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, so you go to university, you have no idea what you want to do. And I felt like I was just in the deep end. And I
Yeah.
was just like struggling to like come to terms with the fact that, oh, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I'm an adult and now I have
Yeah.
to do this stupid degree. Like the first 2 years, when I say I was dilly-dallying,
Yeah.
I got like two twos and thirds in the first 2 years. I said,
In the
"Mm,
past 2 years.
girl, I did
Wow.
not like university at
Yeah.
all." And it took so long so the way you like answer exams and the way you prep for it, it took me a while to understand what it is that the university wanted from me. And
Okay.
it
Yeah.
only clocked in like literally my last exam of second year. And I got a 2-1. I said, oh,
Okay.
so this is how we do it.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
how you do it. And then like I think my third year, I think I got a first or a high 2-1 in my third year. And I was like, that still ain't going to bring up the average. But
But did it bring it up?
I mean, I
Or-
got a 2-2 at university.
Yeah.
Which I was so upset about, but I was also like, oh, yeah, the first 2 years you didn't let me do it. And it was just a whole mess.
And do you know what? Yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. Because firstly, some people don't complete it, some people don't go uni. And what I feel like when you go past uni, once you start working, once you start living your life, you realize that actually all of those things don't really matter in the long run.
At all.
Like we're
At all.
all here. I think because like we've been trained to believe like you do this, then you do this, then you do that, then you do this. I
Yeah.
was talking to I can't even remember who I was talking to the other day, and I was like, literally, since the day I finished like uni, I've not shown my GCSEs to anyone, my A levels, even my degree, the transcript. Do I know where it is?
That
No.
certificate is in a box somewhere.
Literally, like so, and I think in the moment, obviously, the feelings you're feeling are very real. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't try if you're at uni, try.
Please.
But yeah, like at the end of the day, I feel like your life will work out the way it needs to work out, you know?
I agree.
So you did your LPC. Did you
Yeah.
do a training contract or you just
did
stopped
not.
that?
No. But it was because I got the 2-2 at university.
Yeah, yeah.
None of these law firms wanted me.
Yeah.
Like they'd see it as, do you know what? I don't even think I applied. But law firms, they just didn't want to see it. And law firms that I wanted to work in as well. Oh, Magic Circle, Silver Circle firm. So it's like, I'm like, be for real, like be very honest with yourself. And for a couple of years I did try, and that's why I did the LPC first, as opposed to looking for a training contract during university, because I thought, okay, cool, I've got that edge where if I've got my LPC and I did it alongside a master's as well. So technically I got 3 degrees.
Gee. Get it, girl.
Thank you. So yeah, I try to have that sort of edge, but it doesn't matter if you have that edge or not, because there are thousands of us
It doesn't.
that have like, you've got some applicants that have flipping climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. They've flipping done aid in Kenya, like that.
Yeah.
And me, I've just had a depressive year in uni. What's the difference with my application to theirs? So it's just like, I'm not gonna bother with the training contract, but I did work in a law firm
Okay.
from like, so after, when did I finish uni? 2017.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I got suspended as well.
Why did you get suspended?
Because
What happened?
did I complete some of my exams properly? But this is why God has God's favor, God's grace and God's mercy. My entire journey from university has just been insane. So to get into Leicester around 2013, 2012 times, you needed AAB.
Okay, yeah.
And when I saw my results, sorry, it's a long story to get
No,
through the
it's
game.
fine. Get into it.
When I saw I didn't see my results yet, but I'd seen that I'd got into Leicester University.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I got AAB. Oh, wow. I said, oh my days, blue box. And I got to that school, yeah. When I got to that school, did I not see BBC? I said, God. I said, okay. I said, how on earth have I got into that school? And then someone who also applied to Leicester, she got ABC, I think. And I was like, hi, how on earth did I get in and you didn't? So she ended up, I think she went to Coventry. But yeah, I was like, well, okay, damn. And then all throughout university, so the reason why I got suspended was because I had done the exams so there are a set of exams that you needed to do in order to, and if you passed them, you would qualify for your 3rd year. And I was doing the exam not once, twice. I think maybe on like the 3rd try, and I didn't pass on the 2nd try. So they said, well, we're going to suspend you because you've not made it to the 3rd year. Or was it the 2nd? No, you've not made it to the 2nd year. Sorry. And I was like, oh no. Damn, so I have to, and student finance had pulled my money as well.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, I had to get a job and everything, but it's because I wasn't I just hated university so much that those were exams that I just didn't care about. So yeah, I had just messed up in the first couple of years of university. I got suspended, and I know that they were going to ask me, oh, so why did you get suspended? And I would have been blinking in their eyes. So, but the thing is, I did have people that tried to help me, but it was just like, listen, you're helping a lost cause, because these law firms, they don't want to see me. Like I even, I had what's it called? An internship with the family friend, and I was there for like 6 weeks, but even then they didn't care. The head of that company where I did my internship at, he knew one of the partners at another, I think it was a Magic Circle law firm. And they'd sit down with me, and then they went through my CV, and basically they grilled me.
Yeah.
They were like, why is there a gap in your CV? Because they wanted to help me.
Yeah.
And I guess for me to understand, okay, cool, what is it that they basically are, do I really want this? And the flat answer was just no, because it just didn't align with my life at the time. And I'm glad that it didn't work out. Like sometimes I'm like, do you know what? It would be cool to be a solicitor, but then I'm like, it's whatever.
It's never that deep.
Yeah, never that deep. And I said, I'm not going to go through the hell. Like, I'm just not. I'm really not. Sorry. I work hard, but I just don't think, no.
Do you know what? I really hear this because, like, before going uni, obviously, I wanted to go into law. I wanted to be a barrister initially. And then in first year, I was like, oh, actually, maybe I'll be a solicitor because that's more client focused.
Yeah.
Then in second year, I thought, do you know what? I enjoyed the course. I can't lie. I did enjoy studying it, but I just thought I'm not willing to work 12-hour days for something that I don't even care that much about.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And I just started thinking, well, what do I really, really want?
Exactly.
And that's when I realized, actually, I just want to have my own business.
Yeah.
Even then,
Yeah.
that's when I realized. And I just feel I don't regret it at all. And I think because one of my friends, she really did go all the way. Like she became a solicitor, and she went through a lot of different avenues because she ended up getting like a paralegal job out of uni. And
That's
then she was
amazing.
there for a while. Yeah. And they covered her training contract. and it was quite a decent firm as well. She was
That's
at
good.
EY, so
Oh,
yeah,
that's really good.
yeah, she was doing her thing out there.
Yeah.
But then see, even at 30, like with her,
Yeah.
she kind of like was reassessing life too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe I should travel, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And I do think everyone kind of has that moment where it's like,
It's an epiphany.
yeah, what am I doing with my life? And what do I want from it?
Yeah, I think COVID helped that as well. Like, sure, just thought like, okay, what am I doing with my life? But does it make sense? Does it serve me? That does it align with the kind of person that I need to be, who I want to be? So kudos to her.
Yeah, honestly. And I think I love that though, because it's amazing to see everybody's different path as well.
Yeah.
So you didn't get a training contract.
Mm.
What did you end up going into?
So I stayed in the law firm. I worked in the law firm for a year, but the only way in that I saw was being a facilities assistant.
Oh, okay,
It
yeah.
was the worst year of my
What is a
life.
facilities assistant?
Like they help with like the mail room,
Okay,
deliveries,
yeah.
helping stuff, I don't know, with like printing and stuff. It's the worst thing I've ever done in my entire
Why?
life. Girl, they had me lifting boxes.
Oh
And I said, with these nails? Obviously my nails aren't done now, but like I said, girl, with these
no.
nails?
Honestly,
I said, excuse me, do you
you're
know?
just a girl.
Like,
You can't be doing all of that
and my
stuff.
boss was an older woman. I think she's in like her 60s. And I said, they got you working too? And I'm thinking, that. I said, these partners have no shame. You're lifting up boxes from downstairs. I was there for a year, and
Yeah.
honestly, I did do well there in terms of like speaking to partners. Like I would do
Yeah.
little things because they knew that I wanted to get a training contract. But like I said,
Yeah.
okay, cool. This is how I'm gonna try, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think I just couldn't. I just being a facilities assistant, I was just like, nah, man, this is too much. This is actually too much. Like,
It is.
and for a training contract, did I really want it? I don't think so. Because if I did, I would have worked a lot harder on the training contract applications, or like I just would have put a lot more oomph into it. And I just realized one, I think, yeah, and I didn't care. I was too young to care as well. Like, sorry, but being 21, 22, 23, that's I think that's really, really young to be thinking about your forever career.
Yeah.
Like 23, I'm sure you don't even know how to wipe your backside. Excuse the thing. But like, if I like looking back,
Yeah.
I'm 29 now. When I was 23, I was a baby, and I'm sure it's the same with you. With babies,
In that moment, you don't even realize. I remember
no.
like when I was 18 in uni, I was like that person like, yeah, I'm gonna meet my husband at 21 and then I'm gonna get engaged and married at 23. I'm gonna have my first baby then.
Yeah.
And I had my first baby when I was 28, and I was literally like, thank God.
Yeah.
Because like
Mhm.
honestly, I feel like I really enjoyed my 20s and
Good.
I've got to know who I was as a person.
Good.
And I just think to myself, like, imagine if everything I wanted actually happened. Like,
Mhm.
how would I know who I am?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because those things, like having a baby, getting married, it really does define you in a certain way. Like, you start to question things, like, you start to question your identity.
Yeah.
So, like you said, 23 is a young age to
Too
be
young.
having
Way
such
too young. Yeah.
big things happen in life.
And I feel like it's not I don't think it's. Is it not spoken about, or are we just not listening? Because I feel like the conversations are there. Like I'm sure that there are loads of people that talk about how marriage and children affects a woman's life, but man, I just wish we listened. Like
But do you know what it is,
2023.
Yasmina? I feel like sometimes you need to go through the experience to actually know what somebody's talking about.
If you don't hear, you will feel it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then that is literally it. Because people will say, yeah, having a baby will change your life. And you're like, yeah, of course it will. But no, having a baby will change your life. Like, I'm
I'm
not
playing with him
even,
as if I've
yeah,
had
no,
children. I'm just
but again, I feel like it's one of those things, like, because I know that you hear what I'm saying,
yeah, of
but you
course.
just don't know until
No, I won't
like
until I
you
go through
have
it.
it. Yeah, and then it will change your life in whatever way it changes your life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, and that's not to be negative about. I think it's just a
No, I think
realistic.
yeah, and anticipate that it will
gonna
change. It's not going to
change.
be. I was about to say guns and roses, but it's not about to be. It's going to be flowers and roses,
Yeah.
but it's going to be a challenge for sure. But just don't
Mhm.
underestimate how much of a challenge
Yeah.
it's going to be.
And I will say that also with the disclaimer that although it will change your life, I still think you can achieve what you want to achieve in
Absolutely.
life. You just
Absolutely.
need to take a different approach. That's
Absolutely.
what I've found with it.
Yeah.
So, in the same vein, I do think at 23 it's young to decide what you're gonna do for the rest of your life,
100%.
career wise. But I think our generation is slightly different in that, like, with older generations, they got a job and that literally was their
Their
job
job
for
for life.
life.
Yeah.
But now with us, and especially with like Gen Z, they just leave. They
They said,
jump
I ain't doing
off.
this.
Yeah,
I ain't doing that.
honest. And I relate to that
Yeah,
heavily.
same. They
Heavy.
say,
Like,
you lot are making me carry boxes. I'm breaking nails.
honestly,
I'm leaving. And I
literally,
left.
the box thing, it reminds me of my sister 'cause she had a warehouse job at one point. You know those jobs you do, like, because you need to make money? She had a warehouse job at one point,
Oh
and
my
like,
days.
what do you remember? It was like, and that girl, she's not really a physical girl like that. Like,
So
not
what was she
with
doing in the
boxing.
warehouse? I
She
mean,
had to make
making
money
money. Yeah.
before uni. I think
Yeah.
it was before or in between the summer. And then one of the guys she was working with, he was throwing the boxes like up. I think he had a way in which he was throwing the boxes, and then one of the boxes ended up hitting her on the head.
You're laughing. I'm in shock.
It sounds worse. Do you know? I think it's the way she tells the story as well. Because it was like, as soon as it hit her on the head, she just like dropped everything and walked out.
I
Like,
both of
she
us.
just walked
I'm
out.
too cute for this.
Honestly,
See ya.
I'm telling you. You know, you have like that moment where you're like, why the heck am I here? And that was her moment.
I'm glad you had that
Sometimes
moment.
you need that.
You
Sometimes you
do.
need it.
Because you need something to
know.
click like, hello,
Mhm.
wake up.
Yeah.
This isn't it.
So you were doing your job at the law firm.
Yeah.
Is
And
that the job you quit to start Mina Novski, or was that a different job?
yeah, that was
Oh,
the job that I quit. Yeah,
okay.
because I
Yeah.
remember, hopefully the firm don't watch this, but I mean, hey, I've been gone anyway. So I would use like if there was nothing to do,
Mm-hmm.
I had to work on my business. Like there, I'd set up the emails. I even like I bought a sewing machine to the office because I wasn't at home
Not
to
to
get
the
it.
office.
Yeah. And they're like, "Oh, have you got a sewing machine for?" I said, "I'm gonna sew some."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like I used every bit of free time that I had to work on stuff. Like I would print patterns. I would essentially I was working 2 jobs at work.
Yeah.
Um and when you're young you can do that. You've got all the energy, all the you've got it in you. Yeah, and then so I started there 2019 and I had no wait. Yeah, 2019. And then I think I had started wait, hold on. Was it 20? No, I think I started in 2020. I think launched
What,
the
in that
brand.
place?
So I started it at the law firm in 2019
Yeah.
and then I launched my brand the following year
Okay. Yeah.
because I launched when literally as the lockdown was about to be announced because I had a photo shoot like the same day that the lockdown was going to be announced. Yeah. So yeah, I used all the company resources to do what I needed to do for the brand. Exactly. Because hello, sorry, not everyone, but I did not have thousands of pounds. Like
Printing what I need to print.
literally, and the paper's there and it's free. So yeah, I got all the bits ready for the brand. And I launched the following year. And yeah, but I quit that job and I was supposed to get another job. It was gonna be a random IT place. I had interviews for it and everything. But as the lockdown was announced, they said, "Oh no, sorry, we can't take you on." I said, "So what am I going to do for money?"
Okay.
Yay. So I was like, "So what am I supposed to do for money?"
So
Because
was
my
it
brand
like a
hasn't
spur of
launched.
the moment kind of thing?
No, starting the
As
brand
in,
or
like, it's not like you just quit and then you quit to start the brand. It was
oh,
like you
okay.
quit because you were moving somewhere else.
I quit because I was sick of
Mhm.
working there. Like I was
Yeah.
just sick of being tired. I'm sure
Yeah.
I got signed off because I said this is too much. Yeah,
Really?
I said you people are killing me. I'm depressed.
Yeah.
Like how can you people depress me like so? I said, oh, you people have really my
At the
soul
very
is in
tender age
like
of 23.
yeah, I was 22. I said you people have depressed everything out of me. So I said I don't care if I don't have any backup. I'm out of here. I even went missing for like 2 weeks. I said, I'm not, HR were emailing me. I said, no, I'm not coming back. Don't ask me. Just give me my last paycheck. That's it. They said, oh, can we have a conversation? I said, no, I don't want to have a conversation. There's nothing to say. You people have worked me to the
Conversation
bone.
about what?
Exactly. And their turnover rate was so high. I was like, you know what?
That's always
Of course it's
concerning.
going to be like that because you have no resources. That the department was just, it was just terrible. It was all shambles. But yeah, I left there and in the back of my head, I was gonna um like be working on my brand full time, but I was like, I do still need something that
Okay.
is something that I can fall back on.
Mhm.
But I just I had to go on universal credit.
Mm.
I had
You know
to.
what? Yeah. I don't think there's any shame in going on universal credit.
No,
But
there's
you got
no
to do what
shame,
you got to
which
do.
is why I'm saying it. And I feel
Mhm.
like people need to be real with like the fact that a lot of the UK population, the UK average salary is like 30K.
Mm.
A lot of people that are around us, whatever, yes, okay, cool, they might be making six figures, 70, 80 in that range. But not everyone has, like, everyone's journey is different. Not everyone has
Yeah.
got there yet.
Mhm.
Like, I was on universal credit for a good while when I
Mhm.
was launching Minovsky because what money am I going to work on? I'm not going to the bank of
Mm.
dad because I didn't want to do that anymore.
Mhm.
So it's like, could have, I had the choice. I say I had the choice, but like, I could have been like, Dad,
Yeah.
and do you know what he did until my stuff with Universal Credit got through? Like he was paying my he paid some of my bills, my food shopping and stuff like that. So Dad, hold tight you. But yeah, like Universal Credit, I really had to I said to government, I've been paying my taxes, let me claim
Mhm.
some back.
No.
So yeah, there we go.
And rightly so.
Please,
Do you
because
know what? I think it's just a mindset thing because
defo,
going on that, it's not like, oh, this is
I'm
like,
gonna stay on it for
that's
life.
it.
No, it
Exactly.
was
It's
just
just a means to an end.
exactly. And I
Yeah.
think like as well, like when people say universal credit, like it's really bad, but like people think are the bottom of the barrel or like
Mm.
really really low income. No, it's support. And sometimes when you want to achieve your dreams, you need the support. And not
Mhm.
everyone can loan money from banks or the get money from like their family and whatnot. Like even though I did have the choice, I didn't want to do that because I wanted to do it by
Yeah.
myself. And I wanted to know, okay, cool, Yas can do it by herself. So yeah, like I ain't got no shame. You see to the world,
Innit? No,
man.
it's
Big up the UK
true.
government for all of that.
Honestly, it's
Because I was,
commendable, I
yeah,
would
and I came off
say.
it. Like
Yeah.
once the brand was making enough money, I did come off it,
Mhm.
and I was fine.
Mhm.
But then life happened,
Yeah.
and yeah, life had happened, and I had to like really slow down on the brand, and I wasn't making any money. And then I went back in. I decided to go back into corporate. Um, So yeah, now I work in corporate. I work a lovely job. My colleagues are fantastic. I work in an professional services firm, and I love my job,
Oh,
and I
nice.
did not expect to love my job. Like I work in
Mhm.
tax at the
Mhm.
moment, corporation tax, not HMRC though. I always have to make that
Yeah, big
disclaimer,
few.
yeah, because I ain't
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
I ain't down. But yeah, like I love my job. I love my job
Mhm.
so much. And I didn't think I would either. Because
Mm.
all I wanted was a job that, it would just pay the bills. So
Yeah.
I think I interviewed for a PA role. And then when they saw my CV, they were like, you're going to leave us because you're going to be bored. Like that's what one of the partners said. And I said, well, okay. And they were like, look, what we're going to do, we're going to speak to HR
Yeah.
because there's another role that we have. And like, it's a lot more, it's technical. I said, well, okay. And she was like, it pays more. I said, well, I'm not going to
Bring
argue
it.
with that. Like, why am I going to say no?
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and then,
Mhm.
yeah, I got the job and yeah, I work in tax. I
Mm.
help companies with their tax returns and
No
advisory stuff and stuff like that.
way.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I need
really
to talk
cool.
to you because I need to file my tax
Oh,
return.
child.
So,
I'm not qualified just yet.
okay,
But I
we'll
still know
talk.
like little things, but I can't give advice. I can't legally give advice. But in terms of like doing things like obviously everything has got to get signed off by
Mm.
managers and stuff. But like it's a job that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I don't mind doing it alongside my businesses. And like I love my job so much to the point where I will actually do it alongside until I stop working.
I love that
Like
because
if they can have me once a week, one day, 2 days a week, I'll do it happily.
Mhm.
Happily.
I love that because I'm a big ambassador for people actually enjoying what they do.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I really just don't feel like when you think about it, if you're doing a 9 to 5, you're there most of the time. And imagine hating what you do.
Exactly.
I'm not saying you should just quit
Mhm.
like that, but think of a way to get out of it,
Exactly.
especially when you're young.
Mhm.
Like, this is the time we're meant to be enjoying life.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
would say. I
Mhm.
was going to say, you said that you had to pause
Yeah.
Mina Novski for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I also saw a video that you shared about being spiked last year. So was that all related to each other?
Yeah.
Could you share a little bit more about that experience?
Course.
What happened?
So alright, so even a little bit before Ibiza, that I'd just been feeling a bit about the brand anyway, and it slowed down massively. And again, that's what the corporate job was there for. So I'm just glad I had that. But yeah, so September, I've gone on holiday with my friends. The day I landed is when I got spiked. And I thought I would recover. Like, just, you go to bed and you wake up and you're like, oh gosh, that was a crazy one. But I didn't recover. So yeah, rushed to hospital in Ibiza. And this is a very like truncated version of it, but yeah, got rushed to hospital. They had put me on a drip or whatever. I did a spinal tap because they wanted to make sure that, because my body was basically convulsing. I was having fits, that I would faint as well. Like, everything was happening, and they wanted to see whether it was clinical or whether it was I guess, yeah, they just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something to do with like my bodily function. So yeah, I had a spinal tap, and that is the worst. Like, it's the same needle that they use for an epidural.
Oh.
Yeah, so they had to get my is it the brain fluids?
Yeah. In your
And and see if like it wasn't something to do with my brain,
Oh my
because they couldn't
gosh.
they obviously had to rule everything out. But
Yeah.
they did a very, very extensive research into my body. CT scan, they didn't see anything. Yeah, spinal tap came back clear. CT scan, clear. Blood tests, they did the toxicology report came back, methamphetamines, and it was in Spanish, so methamphetamina. I'm thinking that's gotta be methamphetamines. I said, damn, what they put in my drink? So yeah, so when I got back from Ibiza, it just went downhill, and I thought that I could, get back into it, and I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't. My body wasn't working the way I wanted it to. My mind wasn't working the way I wanted it to. Like, mentally, I was finished.
Yeah.
Mentally, I wasn't. I didn't recognize myself. Mentally, it's not nice to say, but I did lose my marbles. Like, I could just, and the craziest thing is, I could feel see how when you got a bag of marbles,
Yeah.
I could feel one drop out,
Oh my
one
gosh.
by one. And
Yeah.
I tell you what, Paula, that is the scariest thing I've ever felt in my life. I don't
No, let it out, girl.
know, because my
Honestly.
makeup. So, babe, no, but my makeup is it. But yeah, feeling like, physically feeling like, I'd never ever thought that you could actually feel yourself losing your mind.
Yeah.
I said to the people around me, I said, guys, I feel like I'm losing my marbles. Like, I have like, and I kept using the reference to marbles, because it just felt like there was a hole in the bag, and just marbles kept just running out one by one, ting, 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 ting. And I'm losing my mind. And I'm like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
And like, my dad is a Nigerian man. And when it comes to like your mental health, like, he is an advocate for mental health, for like good mental health and like getting help. But it was hard for him to understand and see that I actually was hanging on by a thread. I needed a psychiatric assessment. I needed, I had I think, what's it called? The home treatment team come to my house. I don't have people in my house. The mirrors in my house were covered up. I had friends stay with me 24/7 for about 3 weeks. Like, they had their own group chat, and they were doing rotations. Yeah, it was a very, very scary moment in my life. And the last thing that I could think of was business.
Yeah.
Like, thankfully, like I said, the place that I work at, they're amazing. Like, I was on sick leave, and then I was on sick leave for a while, actually. And then I had like a phased return to work. I tried working in October, and I think I was working maybe a couple of hours, or maybe no, I was working in the afternoons because I couldn't sleep. So I wouldn't sleep till like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And then when I did sleep, I'm not waking up until like 12. But that didn't start until maybe like November.
Yeah.
So I was like a month after, because I had to use up my sick leave. But by then, like, my sick leave was basically gone, and I wasn't getting paid like my full salary from work.
Yeah.
But it was fine, because it was enough for my bills anyway. So I just thank God for that. But yeah, the last thing that I had in my mind was my brand. And I remember being so upset about having to put out a notice where it's like, guys, we've got to shut up shop for a while, whilst we, just sort things out behind the scenes. Um, so yeah, I think I did a big sale. I can't remember, but I thought I'd be okay in January. I honestly thought, hand on heart, I thought, yeah, this is gonna like, I'll be fine by January. By
Yeah.
January, I wasn't fine. I wasn't able to deal with, like any sort of conflicts that was going on. I wasn't able to deal with like my relationship. Like I was with someone at that time and that crumbled. Like I physically couldn't do it. Like I could
Yeah.
not be the person that people needed me to be back then. And I'm so thankful to God that the people around me who got it, they understood it. And the people that
Yeah.
like, are not around, like it's because they didn't understand that I cannot be Yasmina.
Yeah.
Like I physically, mentally cannot be Yasmina right now. So you guys just need to like they knew that they just needed to bear with, support
Yeah.
me. And I'm so thankful for the people that I have around me. I love them so much.
The fact that they had a group chat and were
Yeah,
rotating,
yeah,
it really speaks
it
volumes to
does.
your friendship group.
Mhm.
Honestly.
I love them down. I love my friends so much. Like they really pull through for me. And it forced me as well to lean on them as well. Like that time there, yeah, it forced me to just not be the eldest daughter where you're
Yeah.
always like you do like, oh no, I can do things or like, yeah,
Strong,
yeah,
independent.
like no, that
Yeah.
I couldn't. I couldn't make food. I couldn't
Yeah.
like do much. Like I had an alter like there was so much going on. I had alter like another personality that was inside of me. And I was like, is this normal? It's not normal. But
Mhm.
yeah, like a lot was going on. A lot was
Mm.
going on.
When you say that, like, you felt each marble coming out,
Yeah.
were there any, like, specific things where you felt like, this is not right? Like, what is going on
Yeah.
right now?
Oh
Like,
my gosh. So I think one of the main things for me that I really, really didn't like were the voices. Like I would hear voices in my head and like I had to, like I said, I had to cover up the mirrors in the house because every time I looked at a mirror, there's like, it's me, but there's a voice saying back to me, you're gonna die. And it's like, that's not normal. I've never experienced that in my life. And I know
yeah.
that that's because of what has happened. So that was another thing. Um, And the fact that I couldn't so when I first got back home, it was like maybe like a week. Yeah, a week after, I couldn't look at my phone. So anytime that I'd open and look on my phone, that it would set me off. I'd have fits and stuff like that. So I knew that wasn't normal.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk properly for a few days, maybe like a week and a half after I got back. I said, oh, no, that's not normal.
Yeah.
Because I was fine. I was just sleeping loads when I got back. It's not until that, because I stayed at my parents' house for a couple of days and then I got back to mine. And maybe like a couple of days later, like I literally felt that's it. So I would just start daydreaming, but like I'd zoom out. Is it zoom out? I'd zone out. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My English is beating me up. So I would zone out and I I wouldn't blink.
Oh my gosh.
And every time that I would zone out and I didn't feel myself blink, I just knew that I was going off into a different place. So it would literally be just like, and then my eyes I couldn't feel the dryness of my eyes either. So that's when I knew, okay, cool, this isn't normal because I can't feel the dryness in my eyes. Because you try keeping your eyes open for more than 15 seconds, you'll feel the dryness. And yeah, I could just feel like my whole body just inside, like, like rotate. Like it felt so, it was the craziest experience ever. But yeah, just it would just feel strange. And then that's when like my body would just start, I'd either have a fit or I would just zone out and like people are talking to me, but I physically cannot respond. Like you say, Yasmin, Yasmin, and I'm just mm, nothing, no life, no life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So what was like the healing process trying to get to a better place? What did that look like for you?
Um, I needed all like, I just needed time. I feel
Mm.
like that the only way to deal with that, and even in that moment, I had to take things hour by hour,
Mm.
let alone day by day, because
Mhm.
there would be some like moments in the day where I've got no idea what is happening to my mind.
Mm.
Um, I had to slowly. I just had to be patient with myself.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention another thing that I knew wasn't normal. I had an alter ego, and
Mm.
I know I'm smiling, but like it's a very serious. But yeah, I had an alter ego and I knew that wasn't
Yeah.
normal because what is a Scottish accent doing in my head?
Mm.
So, and I named, no, okay. I named the alter ego Greg. And
Yeah.
literally, like, I'd be in my kitchen, I'd be like, "Aye, what is this?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, this is not normal. This
It was
actually isn't
it
normal."
was like something that you just couldn't
I
control. It
couldn't
just came
control it. It
out.
just came out. Yeah.
Jeez.
And I realized that, like, a lot of my, a lot of what I was doing and what I was saying was just on impulse. So that's how I knew I've got zero control on anything. So yeah,
Mm.
whenever I felt like Greg was coming out, I'd be like, "Oh my God, guys, like, Greg is here."
Mm.
And did you see one Scottish like, "Hey, how are you doing? Hey, yeah. No, can I get some pizza?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah." I'm like, "Eh?" And
Yeah.
it's like, okay, thank God I'm great with accents, but like,
Yeah.
what? Why Scottish? My
Mm.
mind was just like I said, I was losing my marbles, so
Mhm.
my
Mhm.
mind just thought, yeah, why not? But to go back to my healing process, um, I had a therapist. She was more like my like life coach, but I would talk to her and sometimes I'd zone out in our conversation, but she was really helpful. She gave me good steps or tools to use in everyday life. She made me think, okay, cool. What is it that makes you happy? And do those whenever you're feeling like you're losing touch. That's listen to praise and worship, listen to gospel, pray, read the Bible, chill out with my friends, watch a film. Like I can't tell you how many films I watched. Like my friend's got a video of him and I watching Lion King, and then like I'm just reciting Timon and Pumbaa because I'm just so happy to be there. But
Yeah.
it's like in the video you can see that I'm out of my mind, but I'm still enjoying it.
Mhm.
So yeah, like getting better is just a case of being patient and just
Mm.
the fact that like I am so grateful to God that I was able to have that time to get back to myself because not everybody has that. And when you don't have that, the one thing that I say that to do for yourself is to just like, if you can park things, if you can, please, like, just try and park things. Like, I know that people like work 7 days a week and like, I know, but just give yourself a moment to breathe. Like, it's not the end of the world if like something happens and like you just have to lean on others for support. That's why we have people around us. Like, and some people are proper lone wolves. um but man, lean on people, man. Like
Literally.
we're not made to live by ourselves. We're not made for that. We're actually very, very social beings.
Yeah.
So that is that's yeah, that is it. But other than that, what else did I do? I'm trying to think. What else did I do just to just get myself out of there? Um, I went to a really, really good crossover service, and that's how like, I started going to my church more frequently. So that was really good.
Mhm.
Like I said, I got closer to God. That helped
Mm.
massively. And it was also really nice that my friends were also
Yeah.
getting closer to
Oh,
God.
nice.
So we would all
Journey.
just, yeah, we would talk about God and just, yeah, it was nice. Um, and I also just indulged in whatever I wanted to indulge in. If I wanted cake, I was eating cake. If I wanted Nando's, I was eating Nando's. If I wanted Coke, I would like
Cola.
exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
if I wanted
Yeah.
Coca Cola, if I wanted a fizzy pop, I'd do that. So
Yeah.
I just made sure that I just didn't say no to myself
Mm.
when I guess it's maybe like in the back of my mind, like this happened to me like involuntarily.
Mm.
So I'm giving myself the decision to do things and say things and like have things. So
Mhm.
yeah, like the healing process was long.
It's okay. I just have to.
It's okay.
Like, I want to give you a good hug.
You know, there's like
Yeah.
and it's okay. Honestly, it's okay. But like the healing process was it was tough. It was really,
Mhm.
really tough. Like because it was also really turbulent with my family because they didn't understand what I was
Yeah.
going through. So they were just like, Yaz, you would like you're just being like you're just moving mad. I wasn't moving mad. I
Mm.
was mad for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Even a little bit longer than that because the
Mhm.
drugs were still in my system.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the thing with the type of drug that was in me is that your body, what is it? There's a hormone that it needs to balance out.
Mm.
So when you're, I think it's my, either way, my dopamine had crashed.
Yeah.
So in order for it to come back up again, it had to completely like, if listen, if I didn't know rock bottom has two bottoms. I was in the second bottom.
Oh my god.
And the dopamine had to, like, it had to just slowly, I think it's dopamine. Either way, like, I had to,
Yeah.
the paramedics
Mhm.
described it in a better way, but I'm sure someone will
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
But yeah, I had to balance out. I haven't fully balanced out
Mhm.
because I still, like, my anxiety can still be a bit much.
Yeah.
Like, I've now become a leg bouncer.
Mhm.
I've never been a leg bouncer. And I was like, A leg bouncer?
Mhm.
Leg bouncer?"
Because of the
Because of,
anxiety,
yeah.
right?
And it's like, bro, like, this is really my reality. Like,
Mhm.
even I can't drink alcohol the same. Like, I can't have a boozy night. Oh, impossible.
Mhm.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Mhm.
I will have a fit in the next couple of days. Um, but yeah, like, I'm just trying to go back to like a healthier lifestyle, really strip
Yeah.
things back, because what I didn't want to do was go on medication. The only medication that I had was sleeping tablets,
Yeah.
and the proper strong ones,
Mhm.
as in, like, you take it, maybe half an hour later, you're feeling a nasty taste in your mouth,
Yeah.
and you can't even say hello. You're out like a light, out like a
Oh
light.
my
It's a good
gosh.
light. It's a fantastic light. If that's all. Anyway, that's anyway, yeah, because I was
Mhm.
but yeah, it's like so much stronger than codeine. It's off the charts.
Yeah.
But
Was that prescribed?
yeah, it was prescribed,
Okay,
and
yeah.
they wouldn't give me that many either
Mhm.
because it's too easy to get hooked on.
Oh, okay, got ya.
Yeah, and my
Mhm.
friends were actually, like, really, really strict in giving it to me, but it didn't work because my sleeping pattern till today is still messed up. Like, I
Mm.
struggle to get up for work for
Yeah.
9:30, and I haven't been in the office for ages because of that struggle. But my work are so understanding.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's been really helpful having them give me the time and space as well, because I've been working from home since basically last year. Like, I'll come into the office here and there, for little things, but other than that, I'm predominantly working from home, and they have been so supportive of that.
Mhm.
Um,
It's so good that they're understanding like
yeah,
that.
no,
How
my manager,
yeah.
she's an angel. She's an absolute
Mhm.
angel. She's been very, very helpful from the beginning.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, from the beginning, and I just don't know what I would have done if I didn't have that kind of supportive,
Mm.
like, network. Because obviously I would have had to quit the job or, like,
Mhm.
come off and then probably go back on universal credit for the
Yeah.
time that I'm not
Mhm.
in a job. Or, I mean, with all glory to God, like, I'll probably get a job within the next second, but I was out of mind.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even be able to do an interview
Mhm.
without losing my mind completely. So, yeah. Um, yeah.
Yasmina, honestly, no, like I feel like you laugh, and I get that because I said how
Yeah.
I laugh when I'm uncomfortable
Yeah,
about
it's my
certain
defense
things.
mechanism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you, as a person, you're honestly such an amazing person, and
Thank
I'm not just
you.
saying that because of the story that you've shared, but
Yeah.
I think even taking into account the
Yeah.
story that you've shared, and that you are still able to walk into a room
Yeah.
and be the light in that room.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's really commendable.
Thank
Like,
you for
you're
that.
so amazing.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you as well.
Thank
Like,
you.
and I know like this is the first time we met in person,
Yeah.
like
Oh my
properly,
gosh. Yeah.
but seeing your journey and hearing your story, it's
Mm-hmm.
made me even more proud of like what you've
Yeah.
achieved, and the fact that you've managed to get to this point now. You really should be proud of yourself,
Thank you.
honestly.
No, I am.
Yeah.
I must say, I am really, really proud. Like, even to, like, so I had to close up shop,
Mhm.
and even though I was gutted, babe, there was no way I was typing anything to customers. There was no way that, like, do you know, it took me, so think I had a mini sale. It took 2 weeks to pack up a parcel, and customers emailing, like, where's my order? Customers don't care if you nearly died.
Mhm.
Okay?
They don't.
Customers don't give a heck
They don't.
if you're hanging by a thread. They said, "Where's my bikini? Where's my
Mhm.
dress?"
Mhm.
So, and I can't exactly email. Like, it's so unprofessional to be like, "Well, I've just had a life-changing incident.
Yeah.
I nearly died.
Yeah.
So your parcel's gonna be a little late
They don't
because
care.
I'd
It's
lost my
true.
marbles.
Yeah.
Like, I've just had to have
Mhm.
psychiatric assessment, dear. So
Honestly.
your dress might be a little later than usual. You know what I mean? So you can't do that. You actually can't do
No.
that. You just have to shut up and firm it.
Mhm.
So shutting the business, I just sent out the orders that had been done already.
Mhm.
But yeah, the break, it broke me because I was like,
Mm.
"Rah, I physically and mentally cannot work." But now, like, I had a shoot a couple of weeks ago. It was the first shoot that I'd done in 3 years,
Mm.
and I modeled in it as well. And I'm just so proud of myself that I was even able to put it together. I was
Honestly.
able to contact a model. I was able to contact, like, just speaking to people and, like,
Mhm.
doing things that I'm uncomfortable with, the fact that I was able to do it it just goes to show that you can do it.
Mhm.
Like, it doesn't matter what you have been through. And the most important thing for me is to not make what happened to me my identity.
Yeah, I love that.
Because what is the worst thing is that's how you start carrying it on your back. And then it affects how you
Mhm.
look as well.
Yeah.
And you 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 almost forget the kind of person that you were before it
Mm.
happened. It is so important. And that's why, do you know when God says like you shouldn't idolize anything but God?
Yeah.
Like having this as my identity is
Mhm.
basically idolizing what happened to
Yeah.
me. So me idolizing that and me centering that, it
Mhm.
started to become that because I was like, oh well,
Yeah. Mhm.
last year I got spiked and all.
Yeah.
And it just started
Yeah.
to become a thing. And I was like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
We need to, I was gonna say,
Don't
we
give
need
it
to recul
power.
and
Yeah.
like rejig things
Yeah.
because exactly, don't give it power.
Mhm.
Like this isn't you. It
Mm.
happened to you, yeah, for
Mhm.
sure, but it's not who you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't define you.
Mhm.
Like it's not your title. It's just an event that happened.
Mhm.
It's a very unfortunate thing. You are coming to terms with it and like seek help as well. And like
Yeah.
I need people to seek help. Like whether it be a therapist, a private, NHS, just seek help. And if
Yeah.
you don't like the therapist, close it and find another one. Because the NHS
Mhm.
have loads on offer.
Yeah.
But just don't let it be your entire being because that's how you'll lose sight of your goals. You'll lose sight of
Yeah.
the kind of person that you are. Like I mentioned before, like you become a bitter person. And I know that I don't want to be that because it's just not me.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah.
I would just say quickly,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, let me not what I was say. I just wanted to ask us basically, based on your experience,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to somebody who's been through that? I know you've mentioned a few things,
Yeah.
but also I think it's sad that I have to even ask this, but how would you advise that women and potentially even men when they go out, how can
Yeah.
they protect themselves from
Yeah.
experiencing these things? They shouldn't have to, but I think it's a question that needs to be asked.
I'm glad you mentioned men as well because it
Mm.
happens to everyone.
Mhm.
But I it's annoying because me personally, I think there should be a government-wide rollout and the clubs need to change their cups. Um, there's one bar in particular in Brixton that they have like actual cups and they cover it and then you pierce it. But the only sure way of making sure that no one spikes your drink is to have your drink to your chest at all times. And
Mm.
it's like, it's not fun. You want to have a good time. You want to put your drink down. You want to go off, but you can't. You have to be so vigilant. But when you start
Mm.
drinking, you lose your inhibitions. You don't think about someone's going to spike you.
Mm.
My advice is to just watch your drink like a hawk. And if you have to finish it in one go, then finish it in one go. Get turned. But
Honestly.
just when you put your drink down, don't you dare go back to it again
Mm.
because spiking happens so often.
Mhm.
It happens everywhere. In the club, well, yeah, in the club, at a day party, at yeah, a pub. It can happen anywhere.
Horrible. It's really
It can
horrible,
anywhere. So
honestly.
yeah.
I remember, my mum used to always say, "Don't put your drink down." Do
Mm-hmm.
you
Do
remember?
it.
Yeah,
That's
don't
it.
put your drink down. It was a time that this guy bought us drinks at the bar and then he brought it over to us. Like one of my friends, she's very much, oh, what's life without a risk? This same friend. Anyway, she'll know who she is when she listens to it. Um, but like, and the guy brought the drinks to us and
Yeah.
I snatched that drink from her. I went to go and
Good.
pour them down the toilet because
Good.
my mum said,
Mm-hmm.
don't put your drink down. So I listened to you.
No, it's good because people are crazy. Like
Yeah.
if I have not seen you
Mhm.
pour it, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
I'm actually not having it. And
Mhm.
unless I was at the bar with you
Mhm.
taking it, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
I'm actually not having it because you can die from these things. And I
Honestly,
don't know if you're trying to take advantage. Like because people are evil,
they are.
so
They really,
evil.
really are.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess what would you say is a project that you're working on at the moment? And also, what's going on with Mina Novski now? I know you got some bikinis.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So anything else? What's going on? What are the
Um,
plans?
so I've got bikinis that are launching in a couple, no, next week actually.
Mhm.
So I've got bikinis. They hopefully would have been sold out by the time this airs.
Probably will be.
Period.
They will be.
Amen. Amen. And in the new year, I've got 2 dresses and a top launching. And I'm even more proud of myself because I've got releases that aren't due yet. So I've done the shoot for it. So now I can just like get it manufactured and just focus on like the marketing and the rollout for that next year. So that's really good. I've started a new clothing brand, which is more like comfy wear, tracksuits and stuff like that. Because I just didn't see it meshing with Mina Novski. I was like, Mina Novski's too sexy. It's too sexy.
Yeah,
And like
it is very
bringing
sexy.
yeah, thank you. Like bringing a
Very sexy.
thank you. And like bringing a tracksuit into the mix, I was like, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
So let me start something else.
Yeah.
So that should actually also be out in the new year. And then any projects myself. There's a project like I'm working on my personal branding. I'm working on my face. I'm working on my health, and I'm working on getting the shmoney.
Get it.
Yeah,
Shmoney in 2025.
exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the bag.
Honestly.
I can't wait. I have such a good feeling about 2025. Such a good feeling.
I really, really do.
In the
I'm glad,
peaks.
that you've reconfirmed that. I'm going to ask you just two more things and I'll ask them like together.
Yeah.
Number one, what is like your mantra or motto for life? Like that's just keeping you going. And then number two, what is one thing that you want the women listening to this to take away from our conversation today?
Okay. One, my mantra. I've got a few. I actually got a few. I have so many things. I'm just like, yeah, they gonna get it. Yeah. Life, it is what it is. But I actually try not to say it is what it is because I am very much like the leader in all like the decisions that I make. Obviously, God and His plan, but like I at the end of the day make those decisions. So it isn't what it is. And so you make it. But what's a mantra? At the end of the day, the day got to end. The day got to end. And let me be serious. Do you know what? I don't know. Do I have a mantra? I think maybe because like I don't know. Right now I can't think of one, but like I'm just like life is life. Like you got to get on with it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like you just got to get on with it.
You really
Like
do.
whatever happens, just get on with it. Like, and I'm not saying get on with it like sweep it under a rug. No. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Before like it all hits the fan.
Yeah.
Like you have to get on with life. But the way to get on with life is to actually deal with it.
Yeah.
Whether that's the positive things or the negative feelings, just deal with it. Yeah, that's my mantra. Just gotta get on with it.
I love it. And what's one
Thank
thing
you.
women listening to take away from our convo?
More conversation. I hope that when women listen and when they watch, I hope the takeaway from this episode is that I am living proof that God is real, because I could have died last year. And like I feel like we've spoken about so much, like even like with university and like getting into a uni with the grades that I didn't even have. Like God is very much real. He's very much present, and that I am living proof that one, you ain't gotta look like what you look like what you're going through.
Yeah.
And two, that never ever in your life think about giving up. Even if you are in the bottom of bottom, there is a light. It may not be at the end of the tunnel. You may be right at the beginning of that tunnel, but I guarantee you, you will come out of it. And I am actual living proof of that because my mental has soared. Like I'm in a better place. I'm even able to come and speak to you.
Yeah.
Like last year, or even in fact, if you asked me to do this in February, I would have cancelled. I would have said no. Sorry, I can't do it. So I'm proof that even if you don't believe in God, there is always a way.
Yeah.
Like life always gets better, and if you want it to as well. Like it's all about how you think about things and your approach to life. But I'm telling you, if that's not what you take away, I mean, you might have taken away some laughter. So I hope I made people laugh. But life gets better. It gets better. I didn't think I'd be here this time like this year. I thought that last year was the end for me. But I'm here. Like just like you've heard, like you guys have heard my story. I'm here. And that is testament enough to take that away, man. Take it. I'm here.
We're taking it. Honestly.
Like everything, anything that you've been through, anything, you can get over it.
Yeah.
With patience, dedication, and just really just wanting to. I had a period where I didn't even want to get over it. I was like, no, I'm gonna sit in this. I'm gonna sit in the sadness. Yeah, you can do that for like a week or two, but no, come on. Life is too short for that. Life is way too short. You nearly died. Let's be going. My friends had to remind me, Yaz, you nearly died. So let's get a move on. Let's get a grip.
Yeah.
In like the most loving way possible. Get a grip of your life. And let's go.
And keep it moving.
Keep it moving, man.
Yasmina.
Hola.
Mina Novski, Queen of Banter.
Thank you.
Cool girl. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for coming on, and also for your candidness. I really appreciate it, because I definitely feel like even one person potentially going through what you've been through is going to be positively impacted by what you said today. So I really, 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 honestly, I feel like we could talk for ages.
No, we could, because I was even seeing like we got
we got to run up. We have to. But I just wanted to ask, before we do finally wrap it up, how can people connect with you? And you've mentioned your projects, but what socials should we be following? And for your new brand, do you have socials for that yet?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna release it, because I have a thing about like wanting to, like, basically I'd always announce things prematurely, and I'm like, whoa,
Okay.
evil eye.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the listeners are like evil eye, but like I'm just very tight-lipped about this. So when the brand launches, give us a retweet.
No problem.
So on my socials, I am Mina on Instagram. Also Mina on TikTok. That's where all the laughs are. Instagram is a serious place. Okay, there's no laughter there. It's just pure beauty and fashion. Yeah. And then
the fashion is fashioning.
I must say, I do be trying.
It is.
I do be trying. Sometimes, you know what's up? You know the way I style things. I have a vision.
Do you know
Nothing
what?
I know is from God.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love people who like. Do you know what? Sorry. Let me say how you say how you can connect, because this is gonna go into a whole nother
honestly.
segment.
So yeah, my Instagram is Mina, and my TikTok is Mina. That's where all the laughter is. That's where all the fun is. Because Instagram is like formality. But don't get me wrong, Instagram, love ya. And Mina Novski is my clothing brand. We are on Instagram. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitter as well, but that's just for formality's sake. What else? But yeah, that you can keep up with what I'm doing there. You know, give us a follow, give us a message. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
You'll be following. That's like a little button we could press. I don't know. My creative juice it. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. It was a lovely chat.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into this week's episode of the Paula Oyinko Show. This has been a work in progress since July, guys. I was made redundant, and I decided to take a leap of faith, bet on myself, and just help women become the best versions of themselves. That's why I started the Paula Oyinko Show. And if you're truly on a journey wanting to be the best version of yourself, then make sure to subscribe on YouTube and follow me on all major streaming platforms. It means way more than you can ever imagine. I'll literally be jumping for joy at each notification. Thank you so much, guys.